Hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Trinity Continuum Aeon ASIYAH. I am your humble game master, Scott, or Storyguide, or whatever you call it. My pronouns are he, him. These are my players. You can see their stuff on the screen.
Yep.
When last we left, our freelance scions were floating in the asteroid belt of the Epsilon Eridani system in a real podunk little ship, little Bobo.
Oh, little Bobo.
Named after an ancient fascist. Because they are employed by an FSA mining company.
It pays the bills.
It does pay the bills, and apparently it gets you to where your Clairsentient has been obsessing about getting to, which is a place, a thing, something that bears the title or name or signifier ASIYAH.
Yeah, I only wrote it on like one of my walls, not all of them.
Not all of your walls. But apparently what this thing is incredibly large. I don't know if I described it last time, if I gave it a number, but this is a scale 6 object, size scale 6 object, similar to the Leviathan. So this is the size of a small city. Its form is that of 9 sort of very thin looking Mobius strips. They're sort of arranged in a sphere. Contained within that sphere, you can see it's a triple Klein bottle form around it. And then in the center of that Klein bottle is a fairly Marvel-accurate tesseract shape that is hard to look at because it is something with an extra dimension that you're not supposed to look at with your human eyes. So you can only kind of look at it for a second, and it is floating out in this space. There is a fairly large asteroid, maybe a little bit bigger than the object itself. And as you guys sort of came and settled into position near this object and got a good full view of it, and sort of your ship's scanners and sensors started to assess it, a portion on one of the Klein bottle shapes lit up in like sort of a very, very, very much looking like a docking port type structure.
Running lights and stuff.
Running lights to sort of outline something that, people would generally be a something that if not you could directly fit in to your own docking port, you could jury rig something that would hit into it. So yeah, that is where you guys are. I would like to sort of remind everyone that part of being a scion is all of you have some very basic level sensory powers that are very easy to utilize and sort of gather information about it. I also have some printouts, including which is sort of your equipment, your weapons and armor that you have that you have available to you. This is what you guys have gathered, which it's more than you can carry on your persons, I will say. So some choices will need to be made. But yeah, I think you each have a armored environment suit, which is your bog standard armored spacesuit. And you can go out into vacuum with it and survive in some harsh climates. I only gave each side of the table one of those.
Okay.
I haven't, but I don't need it. I know what I basically have.
So like you guys basically have you've got 4 basic sidearms. You have a long rifle that was requested by Damian, laser rifle. You've got the heavy coil gun and the sure shot. The mommy dearest was able to get.
The angel of the Lord, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do. The angel of the Lord, yes.
No.
No, I don't.
It was in this area. If not, we have another one available. That's your basic. It might be.
This is just that stuff that was at the board.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah, it might be. Regardless.
We'll grab it.
Yeah, we can grab it. It's fine. I got the stats for the coil gun. I've got the stats for that. It should be amongst your stuff. So,
that's just it.
Okay.
There's the
Regardless, that's what you have at your thing. So, what I would like to know is, what's everybody doing? You got this weird thing out in space.
I turned on some quantum sense.
Okay. Go ahead and let me know what the range on that is.
I believe my range on this is medium.
Okay.
Here. And so I don't know if I can actually hit it from here.
Yeah. There's a description of what medium or short. I think that's attunement range. There's a description of what that is, but which is not to say that you shouldn't roll it. And is anyone else activating any sensory powers or other kind of powers?
I'll also, just as a reminder to everyone, I did do an attunement roll on this thing, and it was bursting and then slowed to a drone.
I will. The sensation that you got was actually we'll let some rolls determine more fine-tuned information on that.
I will now that the running lights are on, I'm just going to do an attunement roll.
Okay, so you're just going to do a which power? Which power? That's right. You're using the sight. Gotcha.
So
and the rolls for these are always going to be for your various sensory powers. Is going to be your psi plus your highest mode rating in that aptitude that you're using.
10s or 2s,
okay.
right?
10s or 2s, yeah.
All right, 5 successes.
5 successes.
But
okay. You. There is, in terms of psi, there's very little to sense here. But you do sense, you sort of feel the aftershock of that big quantum pulse that you saw, and that's like nails on chalkboard scratchiness. But as that fades away, you feel sort of the more low-level, contained, like lower frequency quantum energy, which is not pleasant, but it's not actively stabbing into your eyes and making your ears bleed kind of unpleasantness. It's just sort of don't like that. And that energy source you could definitely identify with that degree of success, that is emanating from the structure, just at a sort of a low level hum.
Well, Aberrant's made that. Or something aberrant made that.
Did you make your subclaim?
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. You. What are you focusing on?
I'm actually just opening up because I am very confused as to what's happening right now, and I'm very, very curious. Okay. So I kind of imagine it's something I'm just doing without really thinking about it. I'm just like.
The most apparent thing is, once again, like you also feel that sort of aftershock of big thing, and you definitely identify that was active quantum power use, like a large amount of it that happened fairly recently. And that is not just a technological effect. That is not, some sort of like ambient effect. Aberrants were using powers within the last few hours.
Do I get any idea of the general type of power? I don't know if that's has to be something that's actively happening right now.
It would probably need to be more active. Like you're getting like I said, you're getting the aftershock of this as it sort of like lingers on the space around it. Is anyone else making any rolls to sense and to gather information? Like range is gonna fuck you a little bit here, but.
I think range is gonna unfortunately fuck me.
Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna focus more on like getting to the ship and meeting the neighbors.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you want, are you going to approach the vessel? Like you're going to maneuver the ship to approach the vessel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Are we within close enough range for me to open a window?
What is the effective range on whether you can open that window?
Excellent question.
Like, because that is, to establish some things, I will say that right now, like, the ship is long range away from you right now.
No.
I can't do it. That's actually not that far. We're very close to it.
Yeah,
actually.
Like you got
fortunately close to it.
It is the fact that this thing is so big. Like you guys sort of came around this asteroid, and this thing is. Like, one of the bulbs of the Klein bottle is fairly close to you, but it is still at long range to you.
Great.
All right.
And let me bring up the old link. table just in case anyone wants to go.
I think if anyone has, because I know you have the telepathy one, which gives you the access to the mind scan.
Yeah, I can mind scan. But it's within, I think it's just within my range, which is only medium, I imagine. Unless I can extend that out with my...
Well, Clairsentience gives you a pretty decent boost to that, if I don't recall.
I have to look at the, I have...
Do you have enhanced attunement?
I do. Okay, sorry. My attunement range is, my range is like, well, my attunement range is 100 kilometers.
Yeah, you're well within that.
But can I use my mind scan at my attunement range?
Look up the actual mind scan ability.
I have it right here. It's not a Mac. Okay. I'm used to swiping. Everyone, please enjoy the rule referencing. Medium range. Just says medium and only medium. It doesn't even...
Okay, yeah. So that would be within medium. You can still roll it, and
I'll try.
There might be something you can get from it.
My side's pretty good. I got 1 dot. We can see what happens. Let's see if there's anything thinking in there. There is. 2.
Yeah, you sort of this is very much sort of at the edge of your perceptions. You do sense minds. You don't get you do not get like a number or any like hard details. The only other thing that is notable about it is that they feel like they have hornets in them.
I'm gonna take my. I'm no scientist, but I'm gonna take my guess that there are probably aberrant mutants in there. Sure doesn't seem very clear and happy. It's like a little bee's nest.
Once we get close enough, I can try to take a peek inside the landing bay to make sure that we're not flying straight into an ambush, but that's about it.
Is you link us all up so we can be able to communicate?
Done.
All right, yeah. So a psychic link is formed. You guys have instant communication. I will say that whenever Damian's side is active, whenever they're communicating, there's like a desync.
Well, I put the mind link up, but I haven't done a psychic connect.
Yeah.
We haven't burned everything into the psychic connect.
Gotcha.
Because that's when things get real.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's when things get messy.
Yeah. Okay, so you just have a mind link.
Just a mind link.
Awesome. Yeah. So you are maneuvering up to the docking ring.
Yes.
Basically. So nothing shoots at you. You're able to sort of slowly make your way through those Mobius strips, which, like you said, these things are massive. The gaps between them are well over the size of your ship. So you can do that. It's just, I have to impress the scale of this thing.
Just gotta focus on it. Love it.
Yeah. Your ship has basic communications. So you are able to get up against the structure. And it is the material that this is made of is semi-transparent, but it's more iridescent, and you can tell there's depth to it. You can't see into the structure through the transparency. It's a very strange material. Now that you are essentially at close range or anything, does anyone want to try and get a more detailed scan of what's going on?
I'd actually like to say.
Well, if you'd like, if we do a link, anyone can use any power at 100 kilometers. So, if anyone links with me, they can just use their powers at 100 kilometers.
That's true.
If you want.
But, like I said, you guys are right up against the structure right now.
Be a bad idea for us to be ready to go.
I'll just gonna hit the mind scan again.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and do that. You're a little closer.
Just one.
Just one. And you said medium range?
Yeah.
Yeah, you clearly detect a mind. And it does not feel happy.
Is that the same hornet now?
Yeah, it's the same sort of.
Okay, so it's just one. Oh, it's just one guy.
In your range, in your current.
Yeah. The dots slowly kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Pulling in.
Yeah. So like I said, yeah, you can try and connect up. I'm assuming everyone's getting into their armor and vacuum suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys are getting ready to actually make your way into the ship, I would like y'all to make decisions about what you're carrying with you.
Can I See the stat sheet right quick.
Sure.
Since y'all have one over there. Our heroes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make that roll. So like I said, you've got each of you has a vacuum environment suit. You've got 4 sidearm pistols, laser carbine, and the 2 shotguns, as well as the 2 weapons that
Yeah, my short shot.
Sure.
Which is a weapon in of itself, right?
Yeah,
it also has a laser blast.
has a laser.
Okay, then I don't need anything extra.
Okay.
I'm not going to take the coil gun.
Okay.
I don't want to have to drop and run. It would be very unfortunate to drop that thing.
4 successes. Okay, yeah. So you spend a few moments. You have to push a little bit through some interference, but you open up a window into the other side of the docking ring. It's very dark in there. There doesn't look like there's any there's some like sort of emergency running lights. It is the hallway that sort of attaches to this, because this isn't what you see. You don't immediately see like a docking bay. This isn't a hangar. This is like just sort of an emergency access thing that has been lit up. So you see like it is an airlock. You can see like in a hallway sort of leading deeper into the structure. Is what you immediately see through the window. And this is a teleportation window, so all of you can see this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know that you can tell it is pressurized, and the air is breathable. Like you're able to kind of like detect that with your sort of your skiing ability that kind of moderates things. So it doesn't seem to be a toxic environment in any way. It seems to have air and pressure. And I will remind you all that you are all in 0G right now, but you're not necessarily able to tell what the gravity situation is on the other side.
Mm.
And well, I mean, if someone was to like throw a little thing,
Yeah, that would.
through the window.
So
I assume that I have like.
Yeah, you got to do that. Yeah, it sails through, and it does not get affected by gravity when it passes through. So there doesn't appear to be gravity inside the structure.
Gravity. That's true, no gravity. Screw it. Clonk, 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 clonk. Is this the type of window I can jump through? No, okay.
Tiny view.
So it's a little view? Okay.
I can stick like a hand through, or if I was stupid, I could stick my head through.
You think you just land it?
Yeah. I mean,
They're
got
rolling out
lights
the
on everything.
rolling out the red carpet for us. So I might as well see what they want since they.
I mean, yeah. If you want to try and dock with it, I will need a technology roll, because it's not a perfect mix. Like you'll have to direct sort of like the automated like docking arms to try and configure with the arm.
Would you like some help with that? Yes, please.
All right, so y'all can both make a technology roll and pull your success.
Okay. Let's see. That could be, let me let you guess that. Cuddy, since we're doing it quickly.
Sure.
Well, I got 6, so.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
I got 6.
Yeah. So yeah, you were able to direct the automated systems to reconfigure themselves. Like there's some deployment foam that goes around some of the areas where it doesn't entirely sync up.
Right, I got 3, so.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We were awesome.
Absolutely. You think that you're able to like secure this? Like this is not going to fail at any point unless something is acted upon it to cause it to fail. So yeah, you have a secure link up. And
Like blood.
the ships are able to talk to one another in such a way that it activates the sort of the airlock protocols in both the ships.
Good.
So you're able to walk from your ship into the structure and go through the airlock procedure, and eventually it cycles into this long unlit hallway. It's not that long of a hallway. It's maybe about 10 meters of a hallway that leads deeper into the structure. There doesn't appear to be any other doors or anything attached to this hallway. It just seems to be a hallway that leads deeper into the structure, and that's about it. There are lockers sort of lining the hallway that seem, some of them are open, some of the others are closed. The ones that are open don't have anything in them.
Was it lit in here?
No, it is dark.
Oh.
There is like a running light. There's basically an emergency running light. But other than that, it isn't entirely dark. I will say that the interior seems to be of a different material. It seems to be pretty standard, like gray, like beige, hallways. Not a lot of. It's not like alien geometry or anything like that. It looks pretty sort of stock standard. I'll say like TOS Star Trek level interiors.
I feel like I'm being fucked with.
So while the airlock was engaging in them, and so we were already messing with it, I probably would have had system logs open. I want to take a look and see if this looks weird, like standard by now, old timey. But basically, I want to see if it makes sense to me, and if I can glean any information about the make
with that high technology roll. It definitely seems old timey, but it runs off human concepts.
That was my question. Okay, cool.
It runs off human concepts. You're able to detect fairly easily, and your mini comp is able to translate and identify sort of the base like language that this the software is encoded in is Hindi. And like all the software, it does seem like I won't say outdated because it is functional.
Right.
Like it doesn't seem to be like old and non-functional from your perspective, but it's not. It's definitely a branch rather than modern day space technology.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Using my geopolitical awareness edge, at what current political entities have had a primary language of Hindi from Earth in the last 50 years, and who are the more spacefarers of those? Like, are they a spacefaring group?
The Bahari Commonwealth. They're a modern nation.
Okay.
They have space forces of their own. They're pretty prosperous and well off. They have their own space program and they collaborate with the UN on a full level. That being said, this does not seem to be. It does not seem to be a modern Bahari Commonwealth.
Oh, I didn't think so, but it seems like older. We'll see if it runs. See if it's chunks or one thing.
Are y'all checking anything out in the airlock area?
Yeah, if I can sense anything or see if there's any life around us that's not us.
Yeah, give me the roll for I think
Curly and I.
Yeah, Curly and I. There's Curly and I will sort of let you sense life.
Okay.
So that's your psi plus your highest mode.
Okay.
Wow.
Or definitely have a preference for the dice that are already color coordinated. All right.
I like mine.
Above 7, right?
7, yes. No, 8 and above.
Yeah, so 1 success.
1 success. Other than yourselves, you do sense a life form essentially on the other end of the door to this hallway.
Okay. I can't get a gauge of like their full strength or anything, probably not with that.
It doesn't feel nice.
Okay.
Like, you would not call that a healthy human being. But other than that,
I think and that's the mind also, right?
Yeah.
So we're basically, it's like, there's a very, very uncomfortable aberrant on the other side of that door. I don't know if they're friendly. I don't know if they're not. Let's try talking first, and then we'll start. And then if the shooting has to happen, please let me get out.
Seems fair.
So, well, I'm not going to raise my side gauntlet just in case.
All right.
And,
No, you're going for
let's pop that lock.
As we're walking down the way to that other door, I do try some of the lockers to see if any are open. Like a high school.
Yeah, you check a couple of them. Most of them are locked. You sort of open one of them. Like there's a spacesuit in there, and like a toolkit. There's nothing like
Old Commonwealth.
Old sort of no.
Yeah, when it opens, I do actually like stop and like try to look for any like identifying markers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who might have built this place?
like you guys share notes on that. There doesn't seem to be any sort of markings of nationality.
That's weird in of itself.
That is so weird. Okay, so yep, okay. I think
dig it, but
Like, yeah, the only thing that identifies is that it's like its human level language is base Hindi. Like you saw like options for like select English, select German, whatnot, but its default is Hindi.
It's just usually we're always so loud and proud with our space gear. Anyway, that's weird. I guess let's find out who built this little fun house.
So yeah, you guys all pop the lock and head in the structure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys pop the airlock. Pop the
the tools out on the floor first from within that locker in case I need to fling some stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah, there's all sorts of little doodads and sharp implements and little plasma torch. It's all good. Little Greeble.
Yeah, my toolkit back in the ship, but I'm not gonna like that is
That's
my good tools.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you guys come into the greater hallway, deeper into the structure. And obviously you're scanning because you know someone's there. The hallway that you kind of come into, the first thing that strikes you is that its size. Like you come in and like you immediately can tell that the ceiling of this place is much, much higher than a standard ceiling. And in fact, also, I will note, you guys are in 0G, so you're not like walking.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, like as you sort of scan it, do quick scans, it's similarly dark, but there's a bit more intense running light, so you can make out a little bit more. As you look up into the ceiling, you see there is a second set of doors, all like closer to the ceiling. And when you look up, there is a floor that's on like something that looks fairly identical to the thing that you are oriented to on this level. So it's like double the size of a normal hallway, and there seems to be like 2 levels and not really stairs or anything leading up to them.
No gravity, no need.
And given that you guys are aware enough and kind of have dialed in on it, you do see about 3 sets of doors down. On the ceiling, there is someone sort of like crouched up against sort of the in between like the ceiling and the wall up there, and they are up there. It is like gravity is up there.
Yes, I'm just gonna. How hard is it to just go? Are we in grab boots or anything, or are we just floating?
So because normal human technology relies on grav crystals, generally no grav boots aren't a thing.
Well, just like no big magnets on my.
No big magnets on your boot. That's
just
not standard.
Just little thrusters, basically.
Just little thrusters, or just like kicking off the ground kind of thing.
Okay. Could you fling me?
Well, can I try my Corellian eye to see if how they're...
Yeah, now that you've got eyes on it.
Okay. I'll try that again real fast. Am I spending psi when I do this?
No.
Okay. Woohoo!
Yeah, unless you.
Well, that's 2. Wait, do I roll the 10?
You do not reroll the 10. There's just two hits.
Oh, okay. Then that's 3 successes.
Okay. Were you gonna try anything out?
My eyes on him because
Yeah.
teleport is out.
Yeah, it is like I said, it is dark. You can't really make it out.
Well, all right.
It's hell. It is what you get from your Curlian eye is. It doesn't seem to be like thick or damaged in any particular way, but you do not like the look of that template. Like its template is twisted and gnarled, and it's not human.
Queer. Okay, that was the next query. Does this count as a human being still?
Yeah.
On the most. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to mind link it
Okay.
because that requires a human mind. Let's see.
Yeah. Go
I'm
ahead and
gonna
make a telepathy roll.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Oh no.
Yep. And since we're mind linked, everybody knows what I know.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, no, 4 hits.
Say over
I like 10s to successes. That's much better.
In it though.
Yeah.
You make a mental connection to it, and you just hear machine static as it whips its head up and looks in your direction, and you can see its eyes glow, very much like a computer screen's, like lit computer screen behind the eye, and it begins to launch itself off from the ceiling in your direction. I need everyone to.
Yeah, it's all right. No. I tried talking. You know, we try talking.
Again.
We always try talking.
It's literally like a modem screech.
Yeah, I kind of got some Junji Ito shit. Got it.
So once again, initiative is the higher of your Dex plus empathy. Your Dex plus athletic. Dex, empathy, or cunning athletics.
Oh, okay. I see what I did. Smart me. They are the same.
That's good. Wait, so the higher of both.
The higher of either your Dex plus empathy or your cunning plus athletics.
Well, those are the numbers we're going with. And I'm kind of bullshit.
All right. Okay, so you roll that.
Okay, I'll roll that. Okay.
You rolled that many.
And I had to find out. I'm still figuring this shit out.
No worries.
Good. It's been a while since the last time we played.
Yeah. It's dog shit.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So the way.
More time and chance to
So,
everybody.
8 is a cool number.
So we're good. You guys both have 3.
Okay.
So the way initiative works now is that the person who rolls highest goes first, takes their action, and then decides who goes next. So I will let the two of you decide who amongst you want to go first. I will say, if you wait until the end of the round for the bad guys to go, they go twice.
Okay. Well, may I go first? Absolutely. Because I want to try to halt him in air with telekinesis, or halt them, and just gotta hold them there.
Okay.
Do that
A
thing.
telekinesis roll.
Help me. Copy.
Oh my god. Well, that is 6 successes. Plus, that is my favored mode, so that's another 2 enhancement.
Awesome.
So,
You definitely hit their defense. So you're able to halt their momentum and prevent them from getting up close to you. As it gets close to you, you see this is it mostly looks human, but there are wires that seem to have sort of fused with it. When they, some of them come out of orifices, but I need to note that when it's coming out of an orifice, it's not like coming out of the empty space of the orifice. It's coming through the meat. Like when it comes out of the mouth it's coming through the tongue. And these wires just seem to be running throughout it, and it is twitching and snarling and like hissing in like static noise that comes out of its mouth, and like you see sparks coming out of the mouth from the wire.
Time to give this thing the rest it deserves.
So who goes next?
Who would like to go next? Yeah.
I'll shoot this fucking thing if you want me to. I'm ready.
So much for negotiations.
It's made its feelings very clear. Laser gauntlet. Yeah, okay. Quick question on the grognardiness of a multi-action. It says that I have to spend an attack action to lock, but can I split my main pool into 2 rolls to lock and then shoot?
Sure.
Okay, because my aim's pretty good.
Yeah, in that case, I would definitely say that you would have to essentially meet its defense twice.
Right, which might be pretty challenging. So we'll see. All right, I'm just gonna get the lock, and you guys do what you got to do.
Okay.
Let's see what.
So you're just gonna spend the action to lock.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a lock on Dex plus aim. So.
Yeah, Dex plus aim, plus whatever enhancement the gauntlet gets.
It's been a while since I've been good at this.
How close is it to us right now? Something. I have stopped it probably about halfway down, but I can move it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check the wingspan real quick.
Kinda short.
Yeah, it's in short range band.
6
Okay.
hits.
Okay. So you are absolutely locked in on it.
So you guys just see a red little red target. Or a psionic clairsentient target of some sort. I don't know if that means
Felix more than you see it, but yeah, you're the only one that can take advantage of it. So who goes next, Ryan?
Ray.
I could do a stupid thing, or I could do a smart thing. Stupid thing, I could try and get up close and scramble its little nerves.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
Smarter thing is I can shoot it from afar.
With a gun.
Yeah,
You do have a gun.
we have a perfectly good gun.
That doesn't cost you anything.
Sure, how'd y'all like bring your guns up? You do like I mean, like, hey. But well, since we're I know we're in initiative.
No, we're in instant communication. Whatever you need to say, just say.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious over the connection. Like, I was like, oh, we already stopped it. Don't shoot it. I'll figure this thing out.
What are you doing?
But
Okay, if that's what we want to do,
no, you don't have to listen to that. That's
but I'm kind of curious, so...
We are speed of thought. Damian's only input is going to be if we start shooting first, there's a problem.
That's fair. That's fair. You're right. You're right. I got scared.
All right, mate. This is just my 2 cents.
I'm gonna get up close to it, like,
Okay.
arm length. I'm guarded, but I'm just like... See...
Can you temporarily turn off its ability to move?
I can make it think that it can't move.
What is your action?
Yep, let's see. So I can scramble its nerves to confuse and debilitate.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give that a shot.
Stun him.
Make the roll for that.
Yeah.
Which power are you using?
It's misfire.
Okay.
LGS.
What is the effect of that?
Let's see. Well, first I have to... The difficulty is its stamina.
Okay.
Scion can spend success to hurt, disorient, or otherwise confuse the victim by imposing a complication.
Okay. Yeah, it gives it a complication. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And, without any actual injury.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Okay.
It's your psi plus your mode rating in that ability.
Okay. Just the one. So... Nope.
Okay, so that is a failure.
That's just a pure failure.
Would you like to make that a more momentous failure and get more momentum out of it?
Sure.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Okay.
I fall into its lap. No.
By the way, that is
How do you do it, big boy?
that is how botching works in this system. The
Okay.
dice, you cannot botch on the dice. However, I can offer you a botch.
love it.
Sure.
Okay.
Fun to buy.
So what happens is you sort of get up close to it, and as you're sort of approaching it, it spits out like a glob of like semi-gooey sparks. Like it's a weird phase state that whatever is being spit at you, and it essentially gets an attack on
I
you.
mean, even if it was just spark energy drink, it would still melt your skin.
Spark dead to us.
So I would like you to roll your defense for me. Defense is stamina.
Okay.
All right. So that is 3 whole dice.
Oh, hey, 2.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be so that will be a total of 3.
Okay.
And check your armor. I believe your armor does have some soft armor on it.
Yep.
Which that will gives you enhancement to your defense roll.
Okay.
So if you want to look up in defense where you want to in the printout that I've given you, there are there are tricks that you can that one that you can spend on defense.
Okay. Okay, defense tricks. Okay. Let's see.
So you can just straight up your defense. You can find some cover.
Mhm.
Like there's different things.
Move away.
Yeah. So I will say that it has scored. It's basically got 3 on you.
Okay.
Let me see that. Let me make sure it doesn't have any enhancements for that. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong dude.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's fine. Yeah. So it's got 4 hits on you.
Okay.
So what was your defense total?
My defense total is 3,
Okay.
and then I've got 2
enhanced.
soft.
2 soft, so you got 2 enhancements. So you've got 5. You could just basically dodge the shit out of this, or you can do one of those other options.
Yeah, actually, I like the idea of the move away.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
like, maybe the momentum of the hit.
yeah.
Kind
So
of
you can spend your 4 to get to beat its attack, and spend an additional 1 to move back.
Okay.
Essentially. Okay. So that's that action. Who does Damian go next, or does it go next? Because if Damian goes, it goes twice.
So,
I mean, I'm going to go at this point because, I mean, screw that. I guess the pacifistic route is out the window now.
Okay.
It did try to attack us, so I guess I'm about to draw and fire.
Okay. So yeah, make a Dex plus aim roll. Yay, guys. And now that you guys are sort of up in this thing's grill, I will let you all know that your psionic senses definitely identify this thing as a subaberrant mutant.
Oh, good. Not true, Albert. Just
It's not a
not
true aberrant.
No.
How many?
Not a true.
1 hit? Okay, that does not overcome its defense, so you pop a shot off at it. All right.
I guess.
So it's its turn, and it's going to be going twice. The first thing that it does is, as it's sort of like floating in the middle of this hallway, it does a very like rote seeming gesture with its hand, and then it orients itself down to the floor. Like gravity affects it in a way that puts it on the floor among you all. And then it is going to attack. It's going to be attack Alex first. So please roll your defense, which once again is your stamina.
So, does it have to do anything to break out of the toe I have it in? That has number dots and duration?
Your toe was essentially to stop its momentum.
Oh, okay.
It's not basically allowed that to stop its momentum. You
Gotcha.
cannot have it in a grapple.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, so please roll your stamina to establish your defense. As it's sort of like barreling towards you, mouth first, with gooey sparks coming out.
It's just stamina?
Yeah, it's just your stamina, and then your base defense is 1.
That is 2, so that is 3 plus the 2 enhancement from the suit.
Okay. So yeah,
Ends last time.
you are definitely able to get out of the way. Do you want to spend? So it attacks you for 4 hits. That definitely overcomes. I think you have enough to spend and use another hit on an offensive stunt somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to move away from it, or?
I'm just going to add 1 to my physical defense.
Okay, that works
Whatever
for me.
happens next.
Gotcha. Okay. No, it gets a second round. And it is going to spend that round. Like I said, it is sort of amongst you. It is going to angle back its head and let out a very loud, very distorted sounding scream hiss. And you hear responsive hisses from deeper in the structure.
No.
And that is its actions. Who would like to go next? We'll go back to the top of initiative order. So Ray or Murphy, who would like to go first?
You like to go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and shoot it now in the head.
Yeah, you guys are within close range of it now.
Okay.
You are.
Awesome. Yeah, so I guess the pistol, so that is
Dex plus aim. Plus and would add your enhancement.
It's the enhancement.
enhancement. It says 2 to 3 for the pistol.
Yeah, that's for variable ammo. For a basic shot, it's going to be 2.
2. Okay. And that's just scale, right?
No, it's not. There's no scale involved here.
Okay.
You guys are unless you have something that gives you scale on this weapon, we're not interacting with you.
Okay. Budge. All right.
Well,
I don't know where you went. There we go. Well, that was bad.
Yeah.
You're bad. Bad. Okay. 3.
3 plus your 2 enhancement. Okay, yeah, you are definitely able to do a damage to it. And
It says ballistic. Okay.
Yeah, ballistic type damage. Oh yeah, you're able to do a damage to it. That's
Okay.
fine. All right, who goes next?
Brian.
You... Are you fucking with me right now?
I don't know. Are you?
Well, I mean, no hits on 7 dice, so there you have it.
Okay.
Oh,
And then that definitely adds some momentum.
shit, that's right. We can
You
use
do
that.
have momentum. Well, unless you would like to spend momentum to make it a basic attack.
I could probably...
Spend
hit
2
it.
momentum. Yeah.
We've got the momentum.
I've
I
got-
watched pretty hard.
Yeah, I've got a lot of enhancement on this thing, so let's do it.
Okay. So you spend 2 momentum to
I
make
have
a
5.
basic hit.
Yeah, so it's 5.
So yeah, that essentially.
No, it's a destructive weapon, so
Okay.
I'm guessing that counts as -2 to its defense now? Or...
Yes, it would. So essentially that brings its defense down to 2.
Right.
Um,
So I've got 3 to get 3. So
yeah, plus whatever enhancement. It should give you a lot of enhancement for that sure shot.
The 4 that's why 4.
So-
I got 4 enhancement for the sure shot.
Okay, so I think you have enough to hit it and crit.
Yes, I do.
Okay, who goes next?
Let it go.
Huh?
Just let it go.
Yeah. Why don't we see what it has to say about?
Okay.
So it doesn't go twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It going twice is very bad.
Then it's going to attempt to kiss you.
Good.
With goo,
Okay.
because you just heard it real bad.
We love good gooing. Get gooing.
So roll your stamina, please.
Get gooed.
Get gooed. So 2 plus the 2 from the armor is 4.
4. Okay. Yeah, you're able to get out of the way fairly easily. So what was your total?
4.
4? Okay. Yeah, then you equal out. It doesn't hit your defense.
Perfect.
But that's about it. Yeah.
We had 2 shotguns.
Yeah, that took one of them.
Okay. Does anyone mind if I take the other?
I didn't. I just have the laser weapon.
Okay.
All right, who goes next? Well, wait, no. I decided who goes next. We'll say Damian. What do you want to do?
I would really love to use my Psychokinetic tactics.
Okay. I mean that. So, to note, that basically gives 2 enhancement to a teamwork effort. So you basically have to be working in concert with someone to do it. It is less useful because of the way enhancement works in Storypath Ultra, because it does not stack up with various things. You're basically going to be using your highest source of enhancement. So it may or may not be as useful as it seems. But essentially what it means is, I would say, I think Damian and Alex y'all haven't gone left. And since it doesn't have it around, I would say you can do a teamwork attack to bring that online. Well,
there's that, or I believe you still have it marked for us, do you not?
It's only for me.
That only
The Clairsentient mark. Yeah.
But if you want, I will say that what I will say, I'm going to make a ruling on the fly. Small unit tactics, I will say, allows for coordinated attacks. Essentially, you do a teamwork roll on this thing. In other words, you both roll dex, aim, or whatever it is that you're attacking to basically make a combined attack on it. And you just basically pull all those hits up.
Are you amenable to that?
Yes. I am trying to decide if I want to shoot at it or try to push it in your way or fling something at it. Probably to shoot at it.
So yeah, go ahead and make your dex plus aim rolls, both of you, and you're going to pull up the successes. And let me know what weapons you're making it.
I am using the shotgun,
Okay.
which said it had a ton of enhancement on there. 4 enhancements, and
Okay.
that is with that 4 enhancement, 5 total for me.
5 hits. Okay.
1 success.
I also have sniper, and I really would like to use him right now anyway. So.
Okay. I will let y'all know that y'all blow this thing away.
Mhm.
Whatever y'all do, you'll have enough. You guys definitely have enough to hit it and credit. So yeah, you shotgun blast, laser blast, just sort of render this thing into bits. And you guys do start to hear those sort of hissing, scratching noises coming. But it is at this point that the full lights don't suddenly come on, but you see 3 different tracks of lightings pop on. One of them is a sort of a thick green light that is of green color. And another is sort of that comes alongside that is a thinner blue line of light. And then there's a even thinner lines of red lights that start at your point, but branch off in different directions. And I will say that the green and blue lights are leading in a direction that only has one red light concurrent with it.
Well, there's lots of weird creakings and lots of red lights. I mean, I'm not like a math scientist, but let's follow the other 2.
I'm just gonna activate alertness.
Okay.
And commit that. I have a +3 defense right now.
Not bad.
Does that stack with the armor, or is that a separate source?
The highest source of enhancement set.
Okay, so it'll be 3.
The only thing that will readily stack is any enhancement that comes from scale.
Gotcha. That's a good idea. That makes a lot more sense, honestly.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? You guys have lights that have suddenly sprung up into existence.
I am striding away after the 2 lights that are beside the 2 brighter ones that are not the red one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Asher's a little shook, so he's gonna just follow.
Yeah.
A lot of input right now.
I guess that's where we're going.
Okay, so those lights lead away, and as you guys are sort of following these lights, you see that those 2 lights sort of stay the same. They seem to be leading to one point. The red lights seem to dynamically move as you guys move. If it were doing the obvious thing and showing you the direction of enemies, which I'm assuming everyone gets basic color theory here. That would make sense. That it was sort of showing you the direction in which enemies are coming. You get to a point, you basically get to a junction, and the red light, the thick green light moves off in one direction, but the thinner blue light turns down the hallway, and you can see it sort of goes 2 doors down, and that the green light stays steady, but the blue light starts to blink.
Blue light?
I'm already walking in that direction.
Okay.
Right. Blue light.
Blue light it is.
Okay.
Color theory. I like it.
You guys get down to it, and you see it doesn't lead you into a door, but there is sort of a locker cabinet attached to the wall here. And the blue light terminates at the cabinet.
Oh, shit.
So you basically pull out a drawer, and you see a list of, it looks like little thin plastic metal wristbands sort of lined up here.
You ever seen anything like these
I guess
before?
it would be for the locks, but I'm going to make a technology
We can definitely
roll
make
to
a
try to know what
technology
these
roll.
are.
I can help with my one.
The me.
Do that.
Well, but I got one of its this time.
Okay.
I got 4.
Okay.
Good dice. I like dice.
My dice have smiled upon you.
So there was a hefty difficulty on this roll. I will tell you that there was a essentially a +3 difficulty on this roll.
Score.
So you guys were able to sort of hit bash and for such a tiny thing, this thing is incredibly technologically sophisticated. Like there is a lot of like micro circuitry going on here, and like there is definitely like a significant power source in this. There's a lot of juice and a lot of tech in this, but it seems to be machined and put together in such a way to be like a basic accessory. It seems to be its function. Like there are like I said, there are like 20 of these things just lying there, and like the technological concepts in these are a little bit outside your basic like human level technology of this era. But
Did they all seem the same?
they all seem the same. They have like little serial numbers on them. Like they're like plugged into a charging, basically what you can detect are charging ports. They all seem to be fully charged. And as for what its function is, that is actually just a little bit beyond what you can detect. You can detect that it has what seems to be a basic ship function. Like you would suspect that everyone who is crew on this ship would have one of these.
I know not.
Yep.
All right. When you put one on, there's a couple of sensations that flow through. One, it doesn't feel good. Like it's not like painful or anything, but it's very much sort of like putting a 9-volt battery on your skin. Like there's a charge to it, and it stings a little bit. But you also you get a flood of sensations that gives you what you can tell is it's augmenting your muscle memory in your hands, and you can detect like there's a series of gestures that you become familiar with that allow you to orient yourself
like
the thing did.
Okay.
And like you just have knowledge of how to what gestures to form, and you can essentially orient yourself. You can basically like pinpoint yourself in gravity on the ceiling, on the wall, just like center myself in the hallway and move dramatically.
Besides the 3 we just took out, were any others missing? In the like row of it looks like
Yeah, there were other rows that were most of them were gone. This row seems to have been
Take an extra one.
Could you?
Yeah, I was going to as
Could
well.
you check to make sure our template's intact after doing that, please?
Curly and I.
You're not in a stressful area. Template seems to be fine, but there's a little bit of energy running through you that is not harmonious with Psi, but it's not doing damage.
So this is
Good. It's like an overlay.
So this is Novatech, right? This is what Novatech is. Like it's not quite corruption, but it's not quite nice and clean.
And I will say,
my guess.
that with that rule, once you like kind of get its basic functions, this won't function outside the ship. It's
Okay.
tied into
No,
the
no.
overall structure
That
of the
is
ship.
good
Just
because I had possibly some interesting barriers. That's what I'm saying.
I will take one, but I'm not ready on yet.
Okay.
Just to make sure, I take mine off if I
Okay.
can. Does it work?
Feel a little better. No, but like once you take it off,
Yeah.
that muscle memory and that like intimate familiarity with what gestures to use go away, and it disconnects.
Well, it's not cursed. I put it back on.
Well, that's good. Okay. I think we can rock with this for now then.
I'm
Right.
No, you don't have to.
That's fine.
Just keep it with
We
it.
need it.
in case you get knocked into like spins or something.
Exactly.
It's weird, but it's so convenient to do a flip.
Yeah, you you're on the ceiling. It is literally like it is just a gesture to reorient yourself however you want.
Already have really excellent spatial sense, we'll say, so I really don't want this to be fucking competing with that right now.
Noted.
Legit. All right.
This is fun. I flip enough times to make myself nauseous.
Green light.
Yeah. So now that the green, basically like the blue light is replaced with the green light that leads you back to the path that the green light was
Okay.
down. An additional red light, it seems to have oriented itself to your path.
Can we see, I guess as we're traveling, we'll just kind of keep an eye on that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So are y'all just following the green light still?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best we got. Are there any gestures to turn on lights?
Not. This seems to be a single function.
Just for gravity. Okay.
And yeah. But yeah. So you guys continue to head on. As you sort of get closer and closer and closer, it moves you down a couple of hallways. There is a point when there's a sudden shift and a bunch of red lights start to orient to you, and then the green light pauses for a second and then sends you in a different direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save the shotgun for the bunch of red lights.
I'll look around for cameras or anything. I mean, obviously, there's all kind of ways to know where people are or where moving things are, but outside of that, but obviously somebody's watching us.
This is where an electrokinetic
Yep, it's
the
so.
best.
Maybe.
EM site's super useful.
It reorients you pretty drastically, and then a couple minutes go by, and then the red light sort of begins to sort of converge and orient it, and there's a couple of flickers of green lights, and then it just sort of stays on one path.
Just so y'all know, I don't know if everyone understands what Psy gauntlets can do, but if those red lights get bad, our best bet will be to funnel them into a small space, because I can just mind flip a switch here and this thing does the spray and pray.
Sounds good.
I definitely didn't get in trouble in an alley.
Good.
There seems to be some sort of processing decision making that occurs, and eventually it just sort of leads you. Whatever is making these decisions cannot divert what's coming any further, and you guys start to hear more of that hissing, static screaming.
Okay.
Is this all? Oh yeah. Quick question though: is this all continuously still like Earth tech from circa 40 years ago thereabouts?
I will say that you can't necessarily make that call. It's following basic, it's recognizable enough. This is definitely something that a human would have built, but it's not correlating to any particular time period that you're familiar with.
Can you molecular scan and see if how old this shit is?
Good idea.
You have molecular scanning, right?
I do.
Oh yeah, you should totally.
Yeah,
do
you guys can take a pause, but you can definitely tell that those scritches are getting.
So we're in a hallway.
Yeah, it is leading you down a series of hallways. The basic design of hallways doesn't really change. It's these big, sort of oval, gigantic ceiling hallways that have different doors on two different levels.
The totality will give us about a 10-second warning, so we're in good shape on that.
You're going to roll.
If we're moving, I'll go ahead and do the molecular scan on it, which is transmutation one. That is one success.
One success. So you're trying to figure out how old.
So the character understands the molecular structure of one non-living object within short range from touching. I know if it has hidden compartments, weak points, damage, can reduce difficulty or complications with repairing it, and can find weak spots in the object. Yeah, doesn't really say necessarily about age, but that is what I'm trying to understand is when this thing was put together or how long this thing has been in this form.
In this form, best you can tell, probably about half a century.
Maybe a little longer ago than that. Half a century.
All right. Cool.
It's about 50 years. But yeah, so that the directionality of where whatever is leading you is you begin to start to hear and sense these hornet minds starting to coalesce on your position. And you guys are able to actually somebody give me a command roll.
Hello.
To try to get into a tactical position.
I'll just use presence since I'm not trying to like trick you guys into being awesome.
Well, you're just naturally awesome.
I need to be tricked and cajoled.
3 hits.
3 hits. Yeah. So looking up at the ceiling and the multiple lights, you basically find there's not a perfect spot because they're coming from multiple directions, but you find what is the most effective bottleneck for a group of them that are coming your way.
Right. I can get a clean spray one good time.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Gorilla flow.
So yeah, you guys are in the best position you can be, but it's still not an ideal position. So I would like everyone to roll initiative again for me, please.
Wait, do I have the one that gives me enhancement? Initiative. Don't think danger sense is that.
No, I don't think so.
Reflexes.
Okay, so Damian and Vega, who'd like to go first? As like you see like a grouping of them comes around the hallway. There are 3 of them that you see. 2 of them are sort of like crawling along the ceiling, and one of them is coming along a wall.
Okay.
Again, they're like you understand now they are gravitically oriented. It's not like they are clinging to the walls. They all seem to, you can pick out, they all seem to have that band on them.
Mind if I go?
Right ahead.
Awesome. Okay, we are going to use the shotgun.
Okay.
This seems like a good shotgun time. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are you going to
That is aim.
Okay, let's take a look at the tags on that and see because shotguns should have like the ability to do, your tags are on the.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, brutal, charge range short, spread 1, and quality 3.
Okay, so spread is probably, I think that lets you attack multiple things.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll definitely say that the two on the ceiling are coming up close.
Okay.
So you'd be able to use the spread tag on that.
Okay.
Which
Not sure where that.
where it looks at. You just double check on that
Okay.
that tag because we wanted to. And it's a spread of. Oh yeah, okay. Spread just increases their defense by 2, which is really fucking good.
It sure does.
All right.
So yeah, you'll be able to attack one of them, but minus its defense.
Okay. Yeah, and it's just aim dex.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Okay, and how much enhancement does the shotgun give you?
Shotgun is 4.
4. Okay, so you have a total of 6 hits. Its defense is 2. That is definitely enough to hit and crit if you so desire.
Hell yeah.
Does it have brutal?
It does.
Okay. So you can, if you want to pin it down, you can for 1. Which basically gives it a complication, and if it doesn't bite off, it hurts.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Beating it 1 then. Okay. Who goes next?
Who wants to go next?
Spray and pray all
All right, Ryan.
Yeah, no need to lock this time. I got a nice cluster right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna spray at the same two.
Okay.
It's nasty. Okay, so 5 hits there.
Okay. You have defense 2. Well, and does
I have destructive.
you have destructive? Okay.
And so 2 enhancements, so 7 hits against 0 defense. I can just spread damage equally amongst them, I guess. Like,
Yeah, if you want to, because you got the spray, so you can.
yeah,
All right. So yeah, you do for hitting them, you do 1 damage each, and then
I'll hit one and then crit the one she pinned down.
okay, noted. Looking pretty rough, that one. Who goes next?
Oh,
You decide that.
Okay. I am going to shoot at the one that looks rough, I guess.
Okay.
That is 5 total.
5 total. Absolutely enough to blow it to bits. Can you? Yeah, I don't think there's much you can do with it with those extra successes.
Faint.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of blow it off the ceiling, and that seems to deactivate whatever orientation effect, and it falls and just is sprayed out on the floor.
I'm going to let them go next so they don't all get to go too.
That's a real good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that one, the one that was its partner, reaches the point of the ceiling, orients itself down to be amongst you, and is going to make an attack at Asher. Please roll your defense.
Did I have any left over, by the way? I was going to use the faint trick.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay,
You had 3 left, I think.
Oh, I had 3 left? Okay, cool. In that case, you will get, let's see, I must designate the ally and gain the enhancement bonus when I purchase the trick. You get 3 enhancement on your next attack. Yay! Since you're the last one to go.
Defense of 4.
Okay, it cannot do shit to you. So it just sort of like tries to headbutt you, and
I just sort of grab his head and like, no.
okay. And then the second one that is currently in that came along the wall is going to make an attack at Alex. Oh, sorry, Vega.
Okay.
So yeah, roll your defense. You're standing up.
Oh, no. That's a fail.
Okay. So then,
Well,
so that means
I just have the
you
one.
just have 1 success.
plus your armor.
Yeah.
No, because it's enhancement.
Oh, you have to succeed.
You have to see.
Doofer. Oh dear.
Okay, so it is going to.
What about my tough cookie?
That's your speed. Healing speed.
That's your
Okay,
healing
the
speed
guy
now.
like one soft.
So it is going.
Oh, does it increase? Does
Yeah.
it give you 1 soft armor?
Yeah.
But it doesn't. That is not as much as your soft armor that you're getting from your armor.
Armor.
Right.
So.
But the only
Would have
reason I
been-
brought that
would have
up.
been- It also would have been enhancement.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Got-
All right.
That's right. There's only one thing that raises your action.
So
Sorry.
it does rush at you, and just sort of like runs into you mouth first, and you will take a point of damage,
Okay. Ah!
which I believe your suit does have 1 hard armor, so you can just take it on your hard armor,
Yes, it does have a hard armor, so we'll do that.
which is just armor. And that is all of the ones that are currently engaged. You do see, you begin to see at the end of the other 2 hallways, 2 more start to converge on your position. And I believe that is now Damian's go.
It is. And I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
Because I would like to play some fuck games with the ones that are approaching us.
Play some fuck games.
Like to use multi-portal.
Okay.
Love it.
Make him kiss.
No.
Succeed if I
Sure.
can.
Yeah, I'll activate the door.
And then I will explain what I would like to do.
All right, let's do it.
Like to hear.
teleportational fuck games. Well, I mean, I am successful. That's 3 successes.
Okay. So what are you attempting to accomplish with this?
I would like to down those 2 paths where we have them, the additional ones running at us. I would like to make a portal ahead of them and behind them
Okay.
to create an infinite loop down both of those hallways. And I do have enough. I do have a high enough aptitude to be able to do that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they get caught in a they just are running forward and are tied up in this portal loop for at least this round.
Their momentum ever increasing until you let them out, and then they fly.
As you guys, so yeah, you've tied those 2 up. The one that is still coming along the wall. Actually, no, the one that is coming along the wall. As it's sort of getting ready to sort of leap and come at you, the side of the wall that it is on opens up underneath it, and sort of a manipulator arm grabs it and pulls it into the wall. And there's just not enough space for it to occupy as the wall closes back on it, and just leakage starts to come out of the wall.
Oh,
Well, someone's on our side.
Thank you, benefactor.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah, so we are back at the top of the round. Yeah, so you start to ready your weapons as the horde starts to converge on from multiple directions. And that is where we're going to end things for this episode. Continue on Messiah, presented by Simulacra Studios. Make sure to check out our show notes to make sure what our lovely cast members is doing. If you'd like to support the show and the channel, the best way would to go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios, become a patron, get access to our Discord, which includes casting calls if you want to role play with us. See you guys next week.